It's 3 in the morning. You're lying in the dark, staring at the ceiling, replaying a slightly awkward conversation from Tuesday, or mentally rehearsing a disaster that probably won't happen next month. It feels like a glitch, but chronic worry actually rarely afflicts weak or broken minds. Almost without exception, severe overthinkers are highly responsible, empathetic, and intelligent people. Your ability to read a room, recognize complex patterns, and anticipate others' needs stems from the exact same root in your nervous system as clinical anxiety. Psychologists call this endless looping perseverative cognition. Your brain refuses to shut the cycle down because it is actively misinterpreting all this mental exhaustion as a highly productive survival strategy. You remain stuck in the loop because your own biology has been tricked into equating emotional suffering with doing your homework on the future. This relentless habit didn't appear out of nowhere. For many of us, it started in early childhood as a highly successful adaptation. Growing up in an unpredictable environment or dealing with inconsistent caregivers forces a young nervous system to become aggressively hypervigilant just to feel safe. To cope, the developing brain adopts a specific psychological strategy known as contrast avoidance. This graph illustrates how contrast avoidance works. By manufacturing a high, flat baseline of continuous stress, your brain ensures that if something bad does happen, you don't experience a steep, painful plunge into disappointment. You are already at the bottom. Fast forward a few decades, you are now running that outdated childhood software on adult hardware. The environment is safe, but the system remains locked in a permanent state of threat anticipation. Your mind is actively generating stress to shield you from unexpected emotional pain. It has turned anxiety into a biological addiction. When unfocused, your brain switches to autopilot, the default mode network, running mental simulations. But the illusion is this: it uses the exact same neural circuits required for productive problem solving. Your brain cannot distinguish real solutions from a useless closed loop. Each time you complete a worry cycle, you get a rewarding neurochemical hit of feeling prepared. The brain registers a fleeting sense of control, which tightly reinforces the habit. Eventually, the brain's internal traffic controller, the specific region tasked with disengaging from unproductive thoughts, gets physically exhausted from trying to manage this endless loop. Overthinking is a misfiring circuit. It leaves you spinning like a hamster on a wheel, completely convinced you are climbing a ladder. This is exactly why telling yourself to just stop worrying bounces right off. In fact, it usually makes the problem worse. When you forcibly suppress a thought, you send a massive signal to your brain's threat detection system that a genuine, immediate danger is present. The system responds by accelerating the rumination. The required shift is a technique called cognitive diffusion. Instead of fighting the content of your thoughts, you train your brain to change its relationship to them, stepping outside the spinning wheel to simply observe it. In real time, this means shifting your internal monologue. When you catch yourself agonizing over a mistake, you don't ask, "Why did I do that?" You tell yourself, "I am noticing that my brain is currently generating a thought about that mistake." You can follow this up with a worry audit. Take out a piece of paper, assign an honest statistical probability, and write the middle ground scenario. It forces the mind back into reality. Your overthinking is an outdated bodyguard running old childhood software. By choosing to observe your thoughts rather than tangle with them, you can finally step off the wheel and reclaim your mind.